This is Mr. Schmitz for 5 minutes.
Chairman Bentz, Congressman Neguse, and members of the subcommittee. My name is Taylor Schmitz, and I serve as the Director of Federal Relations for the Congressional Sportsmen's Foundation, CSF. First, I would like to thank the subcommittee for holding a hearing on the Modernizing Access to Our Public Waters Act, or MAPWaters, which is strongly supported by CSF. I would also like to thank the subcommittee, as well as the full committee, for continuing to prioritize access to our nation's public lands and waters. While my testimony will primarily focus on the benefits of the MAPWaters Act for America's nearly 55 million sportsmen and women, it is important to note that this legislation benefits all individuals who enjoy our federal public lands and waters. Sportsmen and women alone spend roughly $100 billion annually and support more than 1.6 million jobs. Furthermore, according to the Outdoor Industry Association, outdoor recreation as a whole contributes nearly $887 billion annually in consumer spending. To support these economic contributions, there needs to be places for sportsmen and women and others to recreate. Unfortunately, lack of access is often cited as the #1 reason why sportsmen and women no longer participate in our time-honored traditions of hunting and fishing. Access is often a difficult term to define because access means different things to different people depending on how you utilize and enjoy our public lands and waters. What is certain is that access also means the ability to have certainty on when, where, and how you can enjoy an outdoor pursuit. Digital mapping and GPS technologies have fundamentally changed how sportsmen and women and others utilize and enjoy our federal lands and waters. However, inconsistent and outdated record-keeping practices amongst federal agencies hinders the abilities of sportsmen and women from fully taking advantage of these technologies in their outdoor pursuits. Put simply, users of public waters should not be required to have a law degree to find information out about boating and fishing regulations. There are many opportunities that exist to leverage technology to modernize the way in which sportsmen and women and others plan and conduct trips on federal lands and waters, to make sure that they're in compliance with existing regulations and rules for specific areas. For example, this summer I visited Yellowstone National Park for the first time. Leading up to my visit, I explored the Yellowstone Guide on the park app on my cell phone. Upon opening the app and selecting things to do, there were several activities listed such as hiking, biking, snowmobiling, among others that included helpful information such as parking locations, restrictions, etc. When scanning through the list, I noticed that fishing and boating was not listed. As an avid fisherman that has long desired to fish within Yellowstone Park, arguably the best national park for fly fishing in the country, I was disappointed to see the exclusion of fishing, much less any other information on river access points, open streams and rivers, and other important information to have a safe and enjoyable trip. Thankfully, I knew that fishing was indeed an allowable activity within the park, but this experience raised the concern in my mind that other visitors may not be aware of the fishing opportunities that do exist if they rely solely on the park app, as many individuals do. The overarching purpose of the MAPWaters Act is simply to modernize and improve outdoor recreation by bringing public water mapping information into the 21st century. To accomplish this goal, the MAPWaters Act will require the BLM, Bureau of Reclamation, Fish and Wildlife Service, the Park Service, and the Forest Service to modernize and digitize their respective public water mapping information. This information includes, but is not limited to, access points, watercraft restrictions, decontamination requirements, fishing restrictions, and other information that is critical to have a safe and responsible time on the water. Last Congress, a very similar bill, known as the Mapland Act, also led by Congressman Blake Moore, passed the House under suspension, passed the Senate under unanimous consent, and was quickly signed into law. The impressive vote in both chambers of Congress demonstrates that opportunities to invest in mapping information with the goal of enhancing outdoor recreation are a worthy endeavor. To close, CSF would again like to thank the subcommittee for holding a hearing on the MAPWaters Act, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you.